Tyreek Hill, and you're like, well, they have other guys, and Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes. What happened?
The Chiefs shot themselves in the foot.
Okay.
They had so in the 3 games that they played against the Bengals, the Chiefs have gotten 1 third down conversion due to a penalty. This game with the Bengals, they had 10 for the Bengals, that being.
Yeah.
So the Bengals, I think the Bengals played great this game, and I'm not gonna. This isn't suppressing their win. However, the Chiefs, I think they kind of lost to themselves in this game because penalties. I mean, I'll look at how many penalty yards they had. They had, first of all, they had a fumble, so they were a little bit more sloppy. And then penalties, they had 4, but these were all on third down.
Right.
So Joe Burrow had a great game. And Jamar Chase is that guy. I mean, we all know that.
Jumping over people.
Jamar Chase, I mean, you can argue he's the best wide receiver in the league. I think he's definitely in that conversation.
Tyreek Hill with more skill.
But I think in this game for the Chiefs, I still think the Chiefs are the better team overall. But I think that this Chiefs team, the Bengals definitely pressure them a lot, makes it a little difficult for them. But if they play the Bengals 10 times, they're going to win 5 times.
Oh my God.
I think they need a bigger sample size. I think when they play them again in the playoffs, I'm going to pick the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think if they play them 3 times, they'll lose 3. Oh my God. The Chiefs are still better? How? The Bengals' offensive line has figured it out. The Bengals had the better run game. They had the better passing game. If you want to talk about a team shooting themselves in the foot, the Bengals left points on the board going for it in 4th and 1. Zach Taylor was like, it's a great idea? Doing an end around to someone that's not Jamar Chase. And then it gets stuffed. You could have taken the 3 points there, which I think is important to take the 3 points when you can make it a touchdown difference. I get you want to go for it versus the Chiefs, but you just make it the touchdown game. Your offense is moving up and down the field all day. Like, your offense is moving, it's fine. Just take the field goal, make it a 7-point game. And then you want to talk about shooting yourselves in the foot? How about hitting Tyler Boyd in the face when he could have walked in for a touchdown? This game should have been an absolute blowout. The Bengals should have won this game by 2 touchdowns. Tyler Boyd should have walked into the end zone. Then it would have made it an entirely different game. And then Travis Kelce didn't have a catch in the first half. The Bengals legitimately have figured out the Chiefs because they're a team who has the personnel to switch their defense throughout the game. They've shown that they can confuse the Chiefs throughout the game. And their defense is better than the Chiefs. The Bengals' defense was always coming up with a big stop when they needed it. Travis Kelce trying to go forward, punch the ball out. Patrick Mahomes at the end of the game in overtime. In the playoffs, they come up with the interception and make a play. Their defense has shown when it comes down to it, they're going to make a stop versus the best quarterback in the league in Patrick Mahomes. And I'll still say that he's a better quarterback than Joe Burrow because he has the talent and the arm strength and the Super Bowl. He's been their choice. So it's like, I get that, but the Bengals offense and the Chiefs, it's not comparable at this point. You have Travis Kelce and who? I'm sorry, but T. Higgins is better than anyone else besides Travis Kelce on that offense. He proved he was a number 1 receiver. And then Tyler Boyd, he's right up there with the 2nd or 3rd guy on that team. So when you have that, and then Jamar Chase, who has a Tyreek Hill-esque impact on the game, and now you can run the ball, and you're the best team on 3rd down because of Joe Burrow. And then the Bengals are like, should we run the ball on 3rd and 11? Joe Burrow's like, no, I'm going to throw an absolute dart. We're going to convert it. And so you take the knee, and then you just win by 3 points. But the Bengals could have won this game by 2 touchdowns, and I think they underperformed because Tyler Boyd just flat out dropped a touchdown, and then you left 3 points on the board at the end of the game, and then you had another play. There was an ineligible man downfield, and T. Higgins was ruled out of bounds, but when you watch the replay, T. Higgins got his feet in bounds on that play. So that's another touchdown that the Bengals left on the field right there. Down there. If you don't have that stupid rule that if the offensive lineman crosses a certain point, it's like the Bengals would have blew them out of the water. So it's like, you want to talk about the Chiefs shooting themselves in the foot? Like, the Bengals didn't even play as good as they could have played, and they still won the game, and they dominated it.
See, I don't completely agree with the blowout part because there were 6 targets from Marquez Valdez-Scantling,
Yeah.
and he dropped 3 deep balls that would have resulted in touchdowns.
That's what's going to happen with him.
And that's what's going to happen with the Bengals. You're talking about, they dropped the pass here, they dropped the pass there.
No, they dropped one pass, and then the other was an ineligible man downfield where T. Higgins got his feet inbounds, and that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, each team had those plays where they missed out on certain opportunities. But, like, if we're going to talk about the Bengals and how they had this play and this play, let's talk about the Chiefs.
Well, you're talking about the Chiefs.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. The Chiefs had the same opportunities. If they connect on maybe one of those plays with MVS,
but that's MVS. You expect that from MVS. MVS is not a dude. MVS is a guy, but he's not a dude. Tyler Boyd is a guy where you expect him to make that play. You don't expect your offensive lineman to be downfield.
The point I'm making is that, like, if we're talking about who would have won this game, it's like the Bengals. Yeah, the Bengals deserve the credit. They won the game, but like we're talking about games that, like, if one thing goes to another, it's a blowout. But like if another thing goes for the Chiefs, they win the game. It's a close game. It was a 3-point game. And they still played well on defense. I mean,